This is JD with a new edition of Tuesday's News Pills. At the onset, I have to say that human race is passing through a tough time, but as always, we know that we shall overcome. In today's day and age, there are innumerable ways to check out what is happening around the world, and that too by the minutes and seconds. I try to bring a speck of positive light to you with my weekly News Pills episodes. However, certain unfortunate incidents get too tough to ignore. Before I get on with today's News Pills, I request you to like, share, subscribe to my channel and put in your valuable comments. Your comments will be a guiding light in my endeavor. News Pill 1. Sharks use Earth's magnetic field as a GPS, scientists say. Sharks use the Earth's magnetic field as a sort of natural GPS to navigate journeys that take them great distances across the world's oceans, scientists have found. Researchers said their marine laboratory experiments with a small species of shark confirm long-held speculation that sharks use magnetic fields as aids to navigation, behavior observed in other marine animals such as sea turtles. Their study, published this month in the journal Current Biology, also sheds light on why sharks can traverse seas and find their way back to feed, breed, and give birth, said marine policy specialist Brian Keller, one of the study authors. We know that sharks can respond to magnetic fields, Keller said. We didn't know that they detected it to use as an aid in navigation. You have sharks that can travel 20,000 kilometers and end up in the same spot. News Pill 2. Passing on your password. Streaming services are past it. Many of us were taught to share as kids. Now streaming services ranging from Netflix to Amazon to Disney Plus want us to stop. Password sharing is estimated to cost streaming services several $billion a year in lost revenue. That is a small problem now for an industry that earns about $120 billion annually, but something it needs to address as spending on distinctive new programming skyrockets. When Disney Plus launched in 2019, then CEO Bob Iger said that the service was modeled on sharing. We are setting up a service that is very family friendly. We expect families to be able to consume it 4 live streams at a time, for instance, he said in a CNBC interview. Roughly 2 in 5 online adults have shared passwords to online accounts with friends or family members, according to the Pew Center for Internet and Technology. Among millennials, it is even higher. 56% of online adults aged 18 to 29 have shared passwords. Another study found more than a quarter of all video streaming services are used by multiple households. Netflix played down its March user verification test, telling investors it was a continuing effort and nothing new. Company co-founder and co-CEO Reed Hastings promised not to spring any change on customers too abruptly. News Pill 3. 64% of millennials have regrets about buying their current home. Here's why. Nearly two-thirds or 64% of millennials ages 24 to 40 say they have at least one regret about purchasing their current home, according to a new poll of more than 1,400 US homeowners from Bankrate. People tend to focus so much on actually being able to buy a home that many times there's a sense that everything else will resolve itself once the initial purchase is completed, says Mark Hamrick, Bankrate's senior economic analyst. About 69% of all home buyers make some type of compromise, including on the price, condition, and size of the home, research says. Those compromises could lead to a sense of regret down the line. The most common regret is underestimating the costs. Among all homeowners, including millennials, the most common regret is underestimating how much the maintenance expenses and other hidden costs associated with buying and owning a home are. About 16% of homeowners and 21% of millennials cited this as a regret. Other types of regrets focused on the size of the home and the finances involved in the process, including the mortgage payment and rate. Last year, homeowners spent an average of $13,138 on household projects, according to Home Advisor's new 2020 State of Home Spending Report. Homeowners should plan to spend 1% to 3% of the home's purchase price on annual maintenance. News Pill 4. AT&T and Discovery to create new streaming giant. The tie-up brings one of Hollywood's biggest studios and Discovery's channels under the same ownership. AT&T owns CNN, HBO, and Warner Brothers after acquiring many brands in a US $108.7 billion purchase of Time Warner in 2018. The deal also marks the entry of another player into a crowded market. The proposed merger would put together movie giant Warner Brothers Entertainment, which owns the Harry Potter and Batman franchises, with Discovery's home, cooking, nature, and science shows. This agreement unites two entertainment leaders with complementary content strengths and positions. The new company will be one of the leading global direct-to-consumer streaming platforms, said AT&T Chief Executive John Sankey. It will support the fantastic growth and international launch of HBO Max with Discovery's global footprint and create efficiencies which can be reinvested in producing greater content to give consumers what they want.